Hi, this is Bruce Long, and this is a game on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. I'm playing QuadSigilyph, which only has 4 Sigilyph and 2 Mewtwo. I was dealt both Mewtwo in my opening hand, so I had to start with one. I didn't bench the other one because I really only want to play it if I really absolutely need it. I could have attached the 1 energy to Mewtwo, but I thought I'd go ahead and play N and try for the double colorless. And fortunately I got it, along with a Sigilyph. So I bench the Sigilyph, play level ball to get another Sigilyph. If I can find it, there it is. And bench that one. And attach a double colorless to Mewtwo. And I X-ball for 40. My opponent started with a Landorus EX. I wasn't totally sure what kind of deck he was playing yet, because it could have been several different ones, but once I saw he played the random receiver to get a Juniper, and when I saw the darkness energy, I knew he was playing Darkrai. He had benched a Darkrai, and then played Juniper to get his new hand. Played Ultra Ball, and he looks through his deck to see what he wants. He decides to get a Sigilyph, so now it's going to be a race to see which of us can start doing damage to the other Sigilyphs first. He attached a darkness energy to his Sigilyph and passed. I attached a psychic energy to my Sigilyph, and I played N. Getting a new hand, attached Eviolite to Sigilyph, and did X-ball for 40. He plays Ultra Ball to get a Sableye, Energy Search for a darkness energy, attaches the darkness energy to the Landorus EX so that it can freely retreat, retreats for Sableye, plays an energy switch to move the darkness energy up to Sableye, and plays Bianca, and benches a Terrakion. He does Junk Hunt to get an energy switch and energy search back, and it's my turn. He knows that those basic Pokemon are going to be the key to winning this game, if he can. I attach a Psychic Energy to my Sigilyph, play Charon, play Sky Arrow Bridge so that my Sigilyphs can retreat for free, play Plus Power, and X-ball for 70 to knock out that Sableye and stop that nonsense. He moves up Terrakion, attaches a Fighting Energy, plays an energy switch to move energy from the Sigilyph to the Terrakion, catchers up the Sigilyph with no energy because he can knock it out since it doesn't have the Eviolite on it, and then does Retaliate for 90. So now I need to decide which Pokemon to bring up, and I decide to bring up the Mewtwo because I'd rather not risk that Sigilyph. If the Mewtwo dies, I'm okay with it, but I really need that Sigilyph. So I attach another energy to the Mewtwo and do X-ball for 100 to hopefully get that Terrakion out of there, because right now the Terrakion is the biggest threat as far as I'm concerned. He plays an energy search to get a Psychic Energy for his Sigilyph, plays an energy switch to move an energy back to his Sigilyph, and then plays Juniper, moves up his Sigilyph, plays another energy switch, and now his Sigilyph is ready to attack. Fortunately for me, he does not have a catcher to knock out my Sigilyph, which is nearly ready to go. But he can do a whopping 160 to my Mewtwo. I play Potion to get a little bit of the damage off of the Mewtwo. Attach an energy to Sigilyph, try a Crushing Hammer, which fails. Bench another Sigilyph. Play Hue, And there's the wonderful gold potion, so I can take 90 damage off the Mewtwo, and now it looks like the Mewtwo is going to last a while longer. I go ahead and I pay the retreat to retreat the Mewtwo, and now I won the Sigilyph war because my Sigilyph can knock out his, and his Terrakion is back there with no energy on it, so I feel pretty good for the time being. He brings up Sableye, attaches an energy, attaches an Eviolite to Terrakion, plays Professor Juniper, gets a max potion, so he wipes all that damage off of the Terrakion. He plays an enhanced hammer to get rid of the energy on my Mewtwo, so it's all up to Sigilyph for the time being. And he does Junk Hunt to get energy retrieval and Tool Scrapper, so the Eviolite on my Sigilyph isn't going to last very long. I play Skyla to get a Juniper for the next turn. Decide not to play the double colorless for the time being, because I'd rather wait until I absolutely need it, because otherwise he's just going to Junk Hunt for his enhanced hammer. I play Potion to get some more energy off of the Mewtwo, and I play Catcher to bring the Terrakion back up and do a Psychic, hitting the Terrakion for 30 because of the Eviolite. He plays an energy retrieval to get back to the 2 energy. Obviously he's going to get a fighting and the darkness. He'll attach the darkness to the Terrakion so that he can retreat it back to the bench, and then he will Junk Hunt, getting an energy switch and a max potion. So I play Tool Scrapper to get the Eviolite off of the Terrakion, and then I decide to just go ahead and attach the double colorless anyway to the Mewtwo and hope that I can get another plus power to knock out the Sableye. I try Crushing Hammer. I don't get the plus power, and the Crushing Hammer doesn't work. So all I can do is attack the Sableye for 60, knowing that he's probably going to Junk Hunt to get back the enhanced hammer. He plays a max potion to get rid of the damage on the Landorus EX and not on the Terrakion, which kind of surprised me. So he does Junk Hunt to get back max potion and Tool Scrapper and doesn't get the enhanced hammer. I play Charon, and lo and behold, things are looking good. I get a Catcher to catcher up the Terrakion, and since my Mewtwo doesn't have, still has the energy on it, I can attach the other double colorless to the Mewtwo and do X-Ball for 100. And now the fact that he didn't max potion his Terrakion makes a world of difference, because his Terrakion is now knocked out, and the only basic in sight is the little Sableye that has 60 damage on it. I don't expect that Mewtwo to last much longer, but with 3 Sigilyph on the bench, I'm feeling pretty good. He needs to get some more basics out there fast. He does Junk Hunt to get enhanced hammer and Eviolite back after attaching an energy to his Landorus EX. I play Charon to draw 3, attach an energy to Sigilyph, start getting another one powered up, and do X-Ball to knock out the Sableye. So now the only Pokemon he has in play are both EXs, and the Sigilyph is immune. He plays 1 enhanced hammer to get rid of the double colorless on the Mewtwo, and then he does computer search to get a 2nd enhanced hammer. So the Mewtwo is sitting out there now with no energy, cannot attack, but the Landorus EX can only hit 30 at a time and cannot do damage to the bench. So I'm feeling pretty good, and I decide rather than attaching the energy to Mewtwo to just go ahead and attach it to the Sigilyphs. Try to get a second one powered up just in case there is another basic in there. I attach an Eviolite to the Mewtwo, so now he's only going to be able to do 10 damage at a time, which is what he does on his next turn. I attach another energy to the second Sigilyph, so now I've got 2 fully powered up, and I end my turn. Once more, he just does 10 to Mewtwo. And of course, I've got a potion in my hand. I've decided to play Skyla just to take a look and see what kind of energy is left. But there is a psychic energy and a double colorless, so that's fine. Once I get my hands on the double colorless, I can start attacking with Mewtwo again. And I've got an N in my hand, so I don't have to worry about dicking out. I finally get heads on a crushing hammer and discard the fighting energy that was attached to the Landorus. His deck is completely gone, so he plays N to shuffle his hand back in, which is fine with me. And he passes. I get a Juniper, which is nice, so I play the Juniper, and I get the double colorless, so that worked out well. I attach the double colorless to Mewtwo, and I can start doing damage onto the Landorus. I figure he probably has another Sableye somewhere, but since we haven't seen it yet, I assume it was prized. And I do another 40 damage to the Landorus. I've got no catchers left, so I'll just continue to hit whatever he brings up. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to do much damage. He does an energy switch to get the darkness energy onto the Landorus so that he can retreat it and put an Eviolite onto it. I think at this point he was hoping to deck me out. He probably figured that that was his only way of winning. I'm trying to speed things up here a little. I go ahead and attach my last energy to the Mewtwo, since the Darkrai has resistance, and hit it for 40. Meanwhile, all he can do is pass each turn. So I X-Ball for another 40. He plays Max Potion to take all the damage off of the Landorus. I play a plus power and do X-Ball again, which will put him within range of a knockout, but no, he plays another Max Potion, so he's managing to get rid of all the little damage that keeps building up. So I keep X-Balling, but he has just drawn his last card. He has no more N, so at this point he just concedes. If he had included just one Super Rod in his deck, the game might have had a very different outcome.